What's up guys? My name is Josh and I've been selling online for a little over 2 years now. In today's video, I would like to help you guys begin selling online, whether it's to completely quit your day job or maybe you just want to make a little bit extra money on the side. Let's get started. So first off, you're probably wondering, Josh, what can I even sell? Right now I don't have any extra money to be buying up things to resell. Well, actually that's quite easy. Look around your house. It is an absolute graveyard of things that you're probably eventually going to get rid of or things that you just never use in general, and they have value to sell online because people are in need of these things. That could include something like some clothes that are maybe just too big for you or they don't fit anymore or you just never wear in general. It could be a video game console that you never use anymore. It could be an old cell phone. Believe it or not, even though it's your junk, it's another person's treasure. So definitely worth looking into those items that you don't use that are just sitting around the house that you can flip on eBay and make some extra cash. Additionally, you don't even really need that much money to begin your eBay business. Even if you just have a few dollars, that goes a long way if you go down to a garage sale where people are just basically giving away items, because remember, they want these gone from their house. That's why they're having the garage sale. Yes, they want a little bit, but they're not going to be charging a premium. And there's a lot of items they don't even know the value of. So you're paying well undervalue for what you could get that for new or perhaps even at a thrift store. Or to branch off of that, you could even go into a thrift store, whether that be a Goodwill or just a local thrift store, a Salvation Army, and you can find some items there that you can also flip over to eBay and make some money on. What I'd really recommend though, guys, is make sure you do your product research. Do not just be going into the Salvation Army later today and just buying up $100 worth of things and then you get home and find out that they don't have any value, or maybe there's millions of those items and you don't have the demand to meet that supply, so obviously they're probably not going to be getting a good return as far as price goes. So do make sure you go on eBay and check the sold comparisons, see what's selling, see what the price is, and make sure that you're getting a good return on what you're purchasing. Do that product research and you'll save yourself a lot of money. Either way, a lot of items at garage sales or thrift stores really aren't that expensive anyways, and you're definitely due to make a few mistakes, whether it's buying a t-shirt that has a hole in it that you didn't see and you end up not being able to sell it, or maybe there's a stain on it. You definitely are going to make some buying mistakes when you're early on, but the good thing is, like I said, these items aren't that expensive, so you're not really going to be losing a lot of money on that. So as you can see, you don't have to be super creative. You don't have to be going on Alibaba and finding your own product to start your own private line in the beginning. No, I definitely would not recommend that. I would recommend in the beginning getting some experience under your belt, maybe finding some items around your house that are free, you're not spending any of your own money, and just seeing how you do. Gain the experience on eBay, make your mistakes early, and then as you gain more experience, if you want, maybe then you can branch out to your own private line. But in the beginning, start simple, buy cheap items at garage sales, thrift stores, or just find items around your house. Secondly, what you'll need is a camera. Now, you don't need to go out and buy a professional camera. What's one thing that pretty much all of us have these days? A smartphone. Whether that's an Android or an iPhone, all these cameras have actually very good quality on it, and really the important thing is lighting here. So make sure that you also have good lighting. Again, you don't need to go out and buy a professional lighting kit. There are some professional lighting kits on Amazon that are very good. I'll link one in the description. It will have an affiliate link on it, so you will help me by earning a little bit of cash. Just letting you guys know that up front if you do want to support me. But it is a good lighting kit, and once again, I wouldn't recommend someone go out and do that up front if they don't have the cash available to do so. Make sure that there's sufficient lighting in whichever room that you're taking the photos to post up on eBay. In addition to that, make sure that your photos are presentable. If you're scrolling through eBay and you're looking for something to purchase, you need to ask yourself, when you take the photos, would you buy the item where your photos are? So if you're taking a photo of a t-shirt that you picked up from a thrift store and it's on the back of a door, just hanging up on the back of a door, and you can see all the dirty clothes on the floor in the background, it doesn't look that presentable. So make sure that after you take the photos, I want you to look at that photo that you take and ask yourself, would I buy this if I saw it on eBay? And if it's a no, then you need to go back and take another photo until you get the correct answer of yes. Also, if you look on eBay through some of the more successful sellers, you'll see that they have very presentable backgrounds. Some of them will have a background where there's a little bit of texture on it. I'll link some examples of those as well in the description below if you want to check those out and possibly purchase. But again, up front, maybe just a plain white wall background will be sufficient enough. Make sure there's not any clutter going on in the background. Make sure the photo is presentable with sufficient lighting, and you should be good. Make sure that you get the front, the back, any sides. If there's any flaws in the item, make sure that you include that in the photo. It's very important. Another thing that you may need in the beginning when starting your eBay business are some type of storage. Now, I use bins since I sell a lot of clothes on eBay and I can fit a lot of clothes in those bins. And the reason for that is you'll want to label this. So if you end up with thousands of items in inventory and you sell a Calvin Klein shirt, for example, and you have 1,000 items spread throughout, it's going to be very difficult to look through all those items. So I'll label each bin A, B, C, D, and so on and so forth. And I'll list which bin it is in the description at the bottom of the description. So that way when that item sells, I just have to go to the description, see which bin I put it in, go look in the bin, and then that's where my item will be. And it'll make it so much quicker and so much less painful. Of course, that's when things get a lot more advanced, and in the beginning you don't really have to worry about that. But I would get started early if you start purchasing things. Don't procrastinate on that. Make sure that you're organized from the very beginning. I'll also post another link in the description where you can buy some bins to start up if you do want to go that way, and I'll also link some other products that I recommend in the description as far as what I use on eBay and just selling online in general. One other important thing to have when starting your eBay business is having a scale, and that's just to weigh your items, because of course when they do sell, you will need to weigh your item to see how many ounces it is, how many pounds. That way whenever you go to buy your shipping online, you'll have all that figured out and you won't have to worry about going to the post office and buying your shipping. In addition to that, if you do buy your shipping on PayPal or through eBay, the postage is so much cheaper than going to your post office. You could go to the post office and they'll charge you $5 for shipping something. If you buy it on eBay, it could be like $3. So it really adds up to savings. So definitely get one of these scales. The money that you spend on a scale, if you don't already have one, you'll definitely save that very quickly as far as shipping goes, because it's so much cheaper to buy your shipping through eBay, Pirate Ship, or PayPal. Lastly, you will need some shipping supplies. I buy up these poly bags. Like I said, I do purchase a lot of clothes to resell on eBay. So you can buy these off of Amazon. They're very cheap and they're perfect for clothes. You just put them in there. They're lightweight. They also have some padded ones that you can use if you're going to be shipping out an item that can possibly break. And of course you can buy other things like bubble wrap and stuff like that, or even boxes. And remember guys, if you just go to your local grocery store, a lot of them have tons and tons of boxes in the back, and if you just go there and you're a regular shopper and politely ask for some boxes, I'm sure they'll help you out with some, and that way you're getting free shipping supplies. And up front, when you're not having a lot of capital, anything that you can get for free is better, as long as just make sure that whatever you ship out, make sure that it's the correct thing. You don't want to be breaking any items in shipment. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen those videos that have gone viral of post office workers kicking boxes around and such. Whenever I ship an item, I just try to picture the worst postal worker in the world kicking and throwing my item around and just packing my item to survive through that demolition of getting knocked around. And just keep in mind, the packages may not be handled gently, so try to pack it as well as you can. Well, that wraps up this video. I hope the suggestions I did give you will help and it'll get you started on the fast track to success on eBay, and you can start making some money, whether it's just to make a few extra dollars at the end of each month, or maybe even want to quit your day job and go full time at this. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to show support for my channel, please give this video a like. It really helps for the YouTube algorithm. And leave a comment below. What do you plan on selling? Do you have any additional questions? Are there any other videos that you want me to put up to help you start this eBay business? Thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you next time.